Me, the first thing I'll never forget was that, I mean, I moved a lot. I was in France and in Tunisia and stuff. But when I moved here, it was the cafeteria. So I was just sitting there by myself, looking in the blank. 1,000 students around me, nobody saying hi, and I couldn't understand what to eat. I didn't really know anything about cheeseburgers or how to make the lines. I was just standing there and looking blank. And for the first week, I was just like, okay, what's going on? I just wanted to run back to my country and just never come back, because that's the worst. When somebody just puts you somewhere with 1,000 students and you don't know anything, that's like the first thing.
And when the Civil War broke in Haiti, I had to come here. And after that, the language was frustrating for me. I used to cry like almost every night. And my best friend was my dictionary. Really, it was my dictionary. That's how I learned so many words. And after a couple of weeks, I started to get the language and the culture. And since BH was a smaller school than Upper Darby, I guess it was easier for me to move around, because I asked other students, you know, and there were some Haitian students in the building, so I got a little help.
When I go back to my country, and my dad, which he speaks English, but not with my accent, or maybe he has a strong French accent. So sometimes he just take me around and tell me, look at my daughter, say that and say this, and everybody's just amazed at how you speak, you know, fluently. And then when I went back to Ivory Coast and I met the ambassador of the USA in Ivory Coast, he told me, I told him, oh, I'm living in your country now, it's pretty interesting. And he was just like, we were just speaking in English, and everybody was just amazed, because it's something that it's cool, you know. But it takes a long time. It's like every rewarding things take a long time, but then once you do it, it's cool. And for most of the ELL students that are here, they just, I mean, they have to talk more.
Yeah, my mom's the same way. She's been here for 2 years, and she's saying, you know, I have you guys, so why do I need to speak English? You guys can always translate for me. And I told her, maybe we won't be here, so you need to learn the language. When you have people from your country around you, it makes you not work as hard to learn the language. But learning English, for me at first, it was like learning Chinese. Really, it was like learning Chinese. But then once you get into it, because they say that once you learn a language, like a Romance language, like Latin, like French, or Italian, or any of those languages, you can learn the other languages.
Easily.
Yeah, you can pick them up. But at first, it's gonna be hard. That's how I felt with English. And now I see how useful it is to learn 2 languages, because at home I speak Creole with my mom and sometimes with my sisters, but then I mostly speak English with them.
And you speak French with me.
Yeah, and I speak French with her.
I've been here 16 months, and well, I'm speaking in English, so actually I know the language. I'm pretty fluent in the language, but it's not easy, to be honest. It's not easy at all. It's not, people take 5 years to learn a language, and it's not like you're a baby growing up and you just learn the language because you hear your parents, you know, everybody around you. It's just that you have to want to speak it, and you have to have the dictionary, you know. You have to have the dictionary, and you have to be beyond yourself and just go to people and just talk. And there are some people who just want to help you and who understand, even though they don't speak French, or they're not from your country, or they never traveled. I met tens of kids who were just like amazed. Oh, you speak French? How do you say that? And even this little conversation help you, because you give them some words in French, but they also tell you how do you say that, and you help understanding. So you have to want to learn, and you have to also want, I mean, be beyond yourself to talk to people, because it can be very, very scary to approach people when you don't understand something. You just want to be close from everybody and just be in your little, you know, in your little area, and not be socializing. But English, it's just amazing. You know, when you speak 2 languages, there's nothing better.
And I remember this one girl, she was really excited to see me, and they had this homeroom rep. There's this one person that's supposed to like show the ESL kids around, and her name was Gail Brown. I still remember her name. She took me to my first ESL class. I was kind of scared of her because she was really loud, and I wasn't used to, you know, that kind of culture. In my culture, it's kind of like quiet, especially when the teacher is here. You always have to be quiet, and when the teacher comes into the room, you have to say, "Good morning, Mrs."
Stand up.
Yeah, you have to stand up. If you don't, they yell at you. Yeah, so I was kind of shocked to see the school environment, how different it was from Haiti. In my dreams, I dream in Creole, but when I'm in an English environment, I think in English. But then in French class, I think in French.
I don't dream in English yet. It's gonna take a long time. I don't even think in English. Even my math, I have to do it the French way, and then in my mind it takes like 5 minutes to be like, okay, let's do that in English. Yeah.
I guess I like this way of this education system because you get to be more creative. It's not just studying and then when you come the next day you recite what you learned.
Yes.
Because in Haiti, I never really understood what I was doing because all I did was just study.
Memorize.
Yeah, you just memorize, and then the next day you come, you recite word for word what you learned, and if you don't, you put your hand out and you get hit. So yeah, I guess I like the creative part of it.